Caleb is 17 years old, and this is his first Mustang, a 2000 3.8 liter V6. And he bought this car in Missouri. He actually traded somebody for his 87 Chevy C10 4x4 truck. And this car means a lot to Caleb. When he got this car, he found out that the previous owner had actually put potting soil in the gas tank, so the car ran terribly. So he went ahead and cleaned out the fuel tank, and he ended up having to get a new fuel pump later down the road. I'm sure that contributed to it. And he changed the ignition coils, mass airflow sensor, the spark plugs, O2 sensors, and got it running nice. Unfortunately, a little bit later, the car had broken either a timing chain or something pretty serious at a gas station, and he was able to get it home, but it is not running right now. But he's planning on getting the car running and working on it more. He might even do a V8 swap in the car. But it's really cool to see somebody who loves this car and appreciates it. I would have loved to have a New Edge Mustang V6 when I was in high school. I had a 97 V6 Mustang, and I always loved the New Edge cars. Something cool about his Mustang is it has 246,000 miles on it now. In this picture it's 245 something, but it's got about 246,000 miles. So this car has definitely been around and had its good use. He also has some Flowmasters on it, and so this is what the car sounds like with the Flowmasters. You can see he also has a Mach 1 grille delete on it. Right now it looks like without the pony in the middle, but he was asking what I think about the car, and I think it's a nice car to have, and I suggested that he just got a replacement 3.8 for it because those are really simple to come by, really easy and inexpensive. But he said if he's going to go to that trouble, he'd like to do a V8 in it, so he's considering his options on that. So my suggestion there would be to buy a totally wrecked V8, and that way you have the whole car, you have every wiring harness, you have every piece of the car that you need, and that way you don't have to go and buy little tiny things that add up to be really expensive for the whole swap. And at 17 years old, it's a pretty big project, so he might get around to that, or maybe he'll get into doing that slowly and surely as time goes on. But I think it's really neat. You can see it still has the clear headlights in it. If it were up to me, I would put a GT hood scoop and side scoops on it, some bullet wheels, and a rear bumper from a GT that has the dual exhaust cutout, and then do the V8 swap. Or if he doesn't really want to get into the V8 swap, just replace the engine and enjoy it until he can do that later. Other than that, a good looking car, maybe a chin spoiler would be nice, and just a little bit of TLC, but it's really cool to see that he has this car to start with, and he really loves it. So that's the most important part of this whole story, is he really loves the car. Because I mentioned to him that it'd probably be easier just to sell it and get a GT eventually, but he said, no, I really love this car and I want to fix it up. So good for him, and I think that's really cool. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.